Imagine being an orphan, finally finding a family, and then being rejected by that family moments later. It would be like if Timon and Pumbaa rejected Simba. Day 17 of 365, reviewing every movie I've seen in theaters with the stubs to prove it. Today's film is Meet the Robinsons, a Disney animated film, not Pixar, directed by Stephen J. Anderson. It follows Lewis, an orphaned inventor who finds his family through time travel and wibbly-wobbly shenanigans. I argue this is the harshest a child protagonist gets treated in a Disney movie. Not only is this kid an orphan, but he finds a family, is invited into that family, and then moments later is rejected from that family before going into the soul-crushing third act of the movie. Oh, man. Like, can you imagine any other orphan character in their Disney movie being rejected from their family? Poor Lewis. Poor kid. Wow, I saw this one in 3D. I'd like to talk about that. 3D movies are still around, hit and miss. It's an option. Seems to have found its little equilibrium within the cinema system. When I was rewatching the movie with my friend Amani, I was reminded that the movie was 3D through some of the pushed-in character animations. I wonder, I could probably do something 3D-ish. If this weren't a daily show, I would actually take the time. It's just too much editing to fuck around with. The way many people back during this time were quoting Anchorman is how me and my siblings were about Meet the Robinsons. We were quoting that movie all the time. Anytime the trailer came on, we had to watch it. We were waiting for those trailer moments in the theater. We had such a ball with this movie. And something that we celebrated within our family was that my older brother is adopted, and this movie's about adoption. And I think that's a really cool thing to highlight, especially for Disney, who are known for doing the orphan story so often. I think they were maybe trying to drive home a point by making Lewis the poster child Disney orphan. As an adult watching this, it's heartbreaking. It's really, really difficult to watch this movie as a grown-up, to see a kid have to navigate all this on his own by himself. I can't help but see a little bit of myself in him. Lewis is a fucking strong character, man. Honestly, I think this is a near perfect Disney movie. Amani mentioned, and I think it is worth bringing up, Disney So White. The movie would have been better for including lots of diversity, and there's diversity amongst the characters. We can at least, there's like the half step forward, the ideas in place. God damn, sometimes it is noticeable when you're not including certain other characters. It makes a movie about the future seem that more concentrated on whiteness, and so I understand the issues around that. I know there were background characters of other races. I know that the future that they show is not white. However, I think a found family with lots of representation will help everyone involved grow more. And that's a lesson that is really key in part to this movie. Keep moving forward. Just keep swimming. It's Pixar. It's Disney. It doesn't matter. The internal message of all of these things is to keep trying. And that's admirable. I like that. It's a very emotional story. It's dinner tables and family chit-chat and the things that make us unique and celebrating those differences. Those things are all really awesome. And then it's all tied together with this really unique animation style that obviously gets its inspirations from the era that Disney was building Disney under initially, on top of like a retro futuristic, stretchy, wild, imaginative, almost Dr. Seussian take on what things could be. Visuals and imagination seemed really tied together in the way that they animate and the way that they create their environments. And then it's also a spiritual movie. I think movies set in time travel often aim for hard science, and this movie isn't interested in the hard science. It's actually more interested in the personal journey for Lewis through learning to love himself, accept himself, and build a family for himself when the world has not gifted him with these things. His self-actualization is what saves the day at the end of the story, and the entire story is based on loops, looping back around on itself. This is a really well-written time travel movie. I pointed out that the movie could functionally end when Lewis gets dropped off on the roof of the orphanage to go do the science fair and finish the project. It could end there, but you don't get to tie things up with a neat little bow and show that his family was always right there around him if he was willing to invest in these people. Oh man, the emotional cap end on this that they get for not cutting the movie too short. That's something that I'm seeing so often now, is everything is cut to hell. It is cut to frame perfect, the minimal frames needed. Nothing breathes anymore. I was watching Ant-Man and the Wasp at the gym. This is a total anecdote. Paul Rudd is shrunken into a child in a big loose hoodie. And you have Michael fucking Douglas in the front seat, and they just as fast through the fucking scene as possible. He makes one little quip, and that's it. That's all. It's like there was a time where we would have given a comedian 5 minutes in a car and pulled out a minute and a half of like really fun shit to use, and now they just fly through it. Oh my god. So I love that this movie takes the time to give us that really beautiful cap end and say, no, we want to spend a little more time with these characters, flesh them out even more by the time we get to the end of the story. Wow. Just what an excellent, excellent, excellent animated movie. We're going to keep that up with tomorrow's movie. It surfs up. We're going from Disney to Sony, Disney, Datney. So definitely follow so you can check that out. Also go and check out the Patreon. I'm doing a raffle. Anyone that signs up gets entered in to get one of these ticket stubs laminated, sent straight to you. I think it's a fun little part of my movie history. I love to give some of these away, not all of them. I might scrapbook with them at the end. I'm interested to hear what you guys would do with a bunch of tickets like this. This is a moving, fluid, organic project, so any input that y'all have, I'm listening. I think that's going to do it for this one. I will see you tomorrow.